Welcome to Behind the Grind on Urban Grind Radio. It's the show where we take you behind the scenes of the music industry and we explore strategies for driving success. My name is Wally Locker III, executive producer of UrbanGrindTV.
And you already know what it is. It's your co-host, Puerto Rican.creative. You create, I design.
It's your boy, the Sinister Entertainer, a.k.a. Mr. Sinister Music Group, man. What to do, everybody?
And in this episode, we're
Sinister.
diving deep into the essential drivers behind the music industry. So this is called music marketing drivers. You guys know what music marketing drivers are?
It's basically how you're going to promote yourself when you putting out music or doing any type of content.
Great. That's a great description. We're going to dig into that a little bit more. So we're going to kick things off with the digital platforms. From Spotify to YouTube, these platforms have reshaped how we consume and discover music. I remember Coconuts. I don't know if people remember. I'm dating myself, but like Coconuts store is where I would buy all my new music. I would line up the day of. It was Tuesdays then. Now it's Fridays, but music.
Is it bad that I don't know what Coconuts is? I'm so confused.
This is like a generational thing. Just like you probably don't know Blockbuster. You probably never read it.
No, I know what Blockbuster is. Don't take me out that far.
Well,
but like, what is Coconuts?
So Coconuts was like a music store.
Yeah.
We sold music and movies. It was all CDs. The one I went to was on like 50-something in Pulaski, right past Curie High School. Thanks, John. John's knocking the camera on. And so like CDs were like $15.99 or something like that. And we would line up the day music dropped, and we'd literally wait in line for the CD to come out.
So just like people wait in line for concerts and music festivals and stuff like that?
Yes, you had to literally get it at the base to get the music. That, or you would record the music off the radio. That was another thing.
That's throwback.
That was our mixtape. Like
That's bootleg.
No, that's how we did mixtapes back in the day.
Don't they consider that illegal?
Well,
Now they do.
Recording.
Now they do, but you know the key thing was not put the commercials on.
Yeah.
Now. You pause with the commercials.
We weren't using it for any commercial.
You were a
use.
legit videographer if you could
Yes.
pause before the commercial came out.
Yes, and this is cassette. This is not even
Man.
this is cassette off the radio, because there was no like DVD burner off the radio. This was like cassette player, and you would put a little piece of tape and you would like tape over the cassettes. So what about social media?
Man, social media isn't just about like the likes and followers of stuff. You already know, like a lot of people get caught up in the likes and followers of things, but it's a powerful like tool, and I don't think a lot of people get that like social media could be used for a lot more than just how many likes or how many followers you have. And I know a lot of us get stuck on that, but it's really about the branded content with fans and getting them to comment and actually interact with you.
Engagement.
So like platforms that with Instagram and TikTok are like they create unique opportunities for content creators, just like myself. Like I'm a makeup artist and a model. That's a content creator within itself. But like all those that create videos and stuff like that, it gives you a content and it gives you a base to go ahead and engage with your fans. And I think that's what it's really like all about. And a lot of people forget that. So like it's all about like the storytelling and the community within the base that you're trying to build to amplify the artist that you're trying to be and to reach your audience that you're trying to go ahead and like aim for.
And it's bigger because remember we had MySpace.
Yeah.
And you had the top 5. You put some music on.
See, I know what MySpace is.
See, and I remember.
You know what Black Planet is?
I remember a dude. This guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's the one that showed me. He's like, you gotta look at this guy Drake on MySpace. He's #1. Kept showing me Drake, and obviously the guy blew into something. So social media has definitely been a part of it. The TikTok seems like kind of be a wave. You see like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Up.
I feel like that. I heard some rumor that that's about to get banned soon or something like that.
Well, yeah, I think there was some security concerns because it's originated from China, and what a lot of these apps do, like everything that you listen to, pretty much, is when you hit OK accept. There's a huge list of terms and conditions that nobody ever reads. So they get access to like your phone, your microphone, who you Google. So if you ever talk about something like, hey, I'm hungry, you'll get ads about stuff like immediately.
Yeah.
If you're arguing with somebody, like you'll get ads about the stuff, right? So they
You get
listen.
relationship quotes
Right, you
immediately
got
on your
quotes.
fucking page and stuff
Yes.
like that. Like, what are you doing listening to my
They
stuff? I'll be
are.
telling Alexa, be in my house. You know, my mom got that Alexa set up all around the house, and then all of a sudden she be going bloom bloom, and I'm like, woo-woo. Ain't nobody ask you to listen to nothing. Calm yourself and mind your business. And then she be turning off, and I'm like, Oh no.
See, the thing with that, I'm always suspicious because anything you have, including just like a simple Bluetooth speaker in your house, can be hacked.
Yeah.
So literally, somebody can turn that into a microphone or like a way to record you or listen to
If you got that Ring camera set up in your house, they can access your page.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things, come with the more platforms and digital media. There's obviously an opportunity for people to abuse it or invade your privacy. What about content, Sinister?
Content is everything. Content is king. Like, especially when you're pushing music, like your content is basically your own personal ads that you get to run for free across all social media. You just have to sign up for it. I do it all the time.
So what kind of content do you make?
I give a snippet of some music, especially a song that I'm promoting or a song I just dropped to get more engagement, so I can get in that algorithm so more people can listen to it.
And you agree, right? It's not just making great content. You mentioned something that's very important, is the algorithms. Mm-hmm. Do you think if you put $10 on Google Ads, like you're going to crack the algorithms?
No. You got to stay consistent, though. Consistency can't. Anybody that it's trash people that crack that code. It's proof. They just work more for it.
Understanding it.
They keep on putting out content. The more you do, the more you in there, the more people gonna start clicking. Oh, these look familiar. I do it all the time with the little pimple popping videos. It's out there.
Why are those so oddly satisfying?
I don't know. I have an strange addiction to Indian street cooks. People that make the street food in India.
Hey man,
because I just be waiting for somebody.
Come on now.
Because it'd be like really the sanitary guidelines over there. I just want somebody to fall over and croak already. Like, especially the guy like visiting. He's from like Ireland or something. He doesn't have any of the microbes and antibodies in his body for like the water they're making. They're spitting on it.
I literally seen them spitting and stuff.
The one guy, he was rolling like pancakes.
Cutting me with their toenails.
Yeah, no, he was putting it under his arm.
Wait, what videos are y'all seeing? Look, it's gonna pop up on my For You page after this, I promise you.
You gotta look up the Indian street food.
I don't gotta look nothing up. Now that you said it, my phone listening.
But he was making pancakes. Look, he was putting it under his arm, he was squashing under his armpit, and then throwing it on the thing. So, like, I just be waiting for somebody to fall out. Like, food poisoning has not happened yet, but I have hopes that I will be there.
It's crazy.
It's gonna happen, and people get sick here. So I'm just saying, what are the chances? Them people, they should study those people gut microbes because they have something.
It's all type
very
of
powerful. Yeah, it's just all kind of stuff in that thing.
Yeah,
like,
all type of pathogens. That's why I stay inside.
I just said I'm addicted, really so I get it. Like, and the more I talk about it, the more Indian street food videos I get.
Food in general, I eat so much.
No, but this is stuff I would never even want to smell like eat. Just my thing. I don't know. I'm a picky guy, but the live experiences.
You sound like a picky guy.
You
sound like a bougie guy.
I'm very bougie when it comes to health and sanitation.
No. It sounds like you're bougie in like every category. Let's talk about it.
Yes. I do. I'm very picky with my food.
Hey, it's not nothing to.
I want to be clean.
You supposed to be though.
If the guy got dirty ass hands and feet giving it to me, like,
if you don't wear gloves while he cook,
it's a fly in the restaurant. I'm not eating that. For real.
If the waitress got a Band-Aid on her arm, I'm not eating it. I can't do. I'll tip. I'll pay for it.
Oh, waitress having a Band-Aid.
If she got a Band-Aid, like an open cut.
She's not supposed to.
What is she wearing an apron? Is she wearing a hairnet?
What's she doing with a hairnet? She's being a waitress. I mean, she's a cook too. I don't know. I'm kind of really picky.
Look at leave it to a Hispanic to overread every situation he get put in.
I'm a Scorpio, so I overanalyze everything.
It ain't got nothing to do with you being a Scorpio.
Yes,
everything with you
I'm gonna read into
Hispanic,
it. If it has something to do with food, I'm not eating it. So I don't care if I don't like it. I'm not eating it. I'm picky. That's my thing. So the live experience. So live experiences remain the cornerstone of marketing. Right now we got a live feed going on. In Puerto Rican.creative. We got a feed going on. It's content, right? And so from intimate gigs, something like this, a podcast, to massive festivals, these live interactions, what they do, they create content, they leave an impact, and they create memories. And it also gives opportunity for fans to kind of connect with you. It's behind the scenes, right? Like some more of the behind the grind content. People get to have a sneak peek in your life. Now, I'm not a personal fan of all the live stuff because I like to have control of what goes out, and sometimes people are stupid and they do dumb things on live.
Go ahead and publish your live or not publish your live.
True. Yeah. But what happens is you tend to publish it and then you notice something later and then you're like, all right, I But I think the
It
live
happened to me.
is a great thing
After like
for live
3,000
shows.
views.
Right. No, so like we got a concert coming
Or
up.
if you're like a bigger influencer,
Right.
you got 10K views on that.
Ismael Rosa. He was just here. Shout out Ismael Rosa. Dope
Shout out
salsa singer and vocalist and artist. We're going to have an event coming up. He has a lot of fans in South America, Colombia, Mexico, right? So I told him, look, obviously they're not going to be here, but we're going to put a live stream together and we're going to make it free. We'll put like a Patreon or something so we can raise some money from it. But like we're going to put it out there and that way his fans and people can partake, right? They can participate. It's like I couldn't go to the concert.
but
I can't be there, but I felt like I was
You
there.
can still engage.
Right. Because what do? We watch stories, right? We watch people's stories and lives and be like, oh, I seen you was on one last night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you already kind of know what time it is.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's always positive. Sometimes people say and do things on live if they're a little inebriated or under the influence that they regret later. So I think if you shoot it and you don't put it out right away, then what happens is you have an opportunity to kind of look at it and say, okay, maybe I should or shouldn't put this.
Yeah.
Depending on what kind of lifestyle you're into. I don't know.
You just gotta be. You just gotta be responsible.
Be responsible, be respectful, make sure that always know that like this is part of your brand, this is part of your image, and you know, nobody professes that they're perfect or anything, but it's more of like, hey, this is who I am as an artist. 'Cause that's what they see you as an artist or entertainer.
Exactly.
So what about influencer collaborations?
I mean, like I feel like that kind of ties on what you were saying, like how they see you as an artist. In general, if you're a model, if you're a music artist, if you're a writer, if you're a painter, if you're a clerk or even a phone operator or whatever, that's your artistry. That's what you tapped into. That's what you decided to make your profession at the end of the day. And I feel like we all understand what networking is. We all understand what like connections are. So we all understand that like having those type of connections and even collaborating sometimes.
But what have you ever said anything that you regretted?
You're asking the wrong person.
No, I'm asking the right person. We all have, right?
Yeah.
We all said something that we
At
didn't.
what age?
It's life.
In the moment now. And
At what age?
So this is what I tell my son is that
At what age?
in the digital age, they're in the digital age.
At the
'Cause that's
digital
what I
age,
tell
like
my
right
son.
now.
My kid is
I
10
ain't never
years.
said nothing
My son
regret
is
it.
10 years
I
old.
stand 10 toes.
You're in your 20s. Don't matter if you're 10, 15, or 20.
10 toes.
If you create something
10
now,
toes, 10 fingers.
digitally, you have a
It's,
footprint.
it's a footprint. It's out
It's
there
there
forever.
forever. And they dig up tweets on people. Like you go
They
run
dig up
for
your
office.
past,
Yeah.
your
So
medical records,
so
your
just
family records.
well, medical records is like
It's
that's a
crazy.
violation of law. But I'm just
that's
saying. Like,
stalker types,
It's
but they
HIPAA.
do. But they do. Hey.
But I'm just saying more about what you put out there in the live.
Yeah.
So you might say something like when you're younger and you may feel a certain way about a topic where you might grow and years later you might not feel that way. But what they'll do is
But it shows growth.
it does show growth, but what they'll do is they'll weaponize your words against
Yeah.
you.
But your mindset
They're not going to say,
changes
oh,
as you
she's
grow.
a growth. When people get like banned and stuff, they don't say, oh, that's growth. They're saying, you know what this person said, this is how they feel. And a lot of people just go along with the bandwagon. They don't even look at it. They don't look at the context it was. And it's kind of a thing that can be used against you. So I'm really weird. Like I have that thing like, you know, you don't want to do the lives if you're in meetings and stuff like that because you're talking about intellectual property, trade
I feel
secrets.
like meetings have contracts and stuff like that prevent against
Yeah,
lives
but
and stuff
people
like
are
that.
a little funny.
But like
They'll
having
record
like
everything.
interviews and stuff like that, and your broadcasts and stuff like that,
Yes.
or your opinions, or you even doing your makeup, or you even doing like get ready with me or cook with me, or you're giving your opinion out on something that might be controversial, right? I feel like everybody every single day grows. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. We're in America. We are not strangers
See.
to anybody giving their weird opinion about any topic in life.
But they're going to hold you accountable.
Okay, hold
If
you
you wanna be
accountable
hired-
for something. Okay, so we were talking about the fact that like, okay, you started your program, or you started your YouTube channel, you started your Instagram, or whatever the hell it was. Excuse my language. Or you started your live like a few years back, or whatever the case may be. We all understand. Biologically, as humans, we all grow in that mindset. Some people don't. Some people elevate in that mindset that they've standed in. However, their videos can show growth.
Yeah, but
or
the difference is this.
depth in my mindset.
When you're
However,
at work-
it's up to you as a human to be like, you know, they started off talking about this, but they really ended up talking about this
remember,
a few years later.
Your
So,
personal opinion doesn't always need to be shared at work because you're an entertainer, right? So they
Yeah.
probably don't want to hear all your opinions, and you don't ever want to like offend people and cut off some of your audience because of one small thing. So like I may feel ways about things, but I know as a professional, like I choose to keep it to myself. That's my right as an American, as a veteran. Like
that's your right as a
right.
content creator.
I
Some
fought
content
for
creators don't care.
right. I fought for everybody to have freedom of speech and for America, right? So
He's a vet.
it's
guys.
the same thing,
Just so
right?
You know,
Yes.
shout out to all
Artillery.
the vets that are
right. So I'm just saying,
out
like,
there
so we're
fighting
all
for our
entitled to it. But the thing is, that's like going to work and say, you know, you work radio and you're like, I don't like, you know, you go on a rant. It doesn't really have to do with the program. So it's about how you use your platform and what it's for. Because sometimes, like I said, you could be in a bad mood. You could be like having a rough time and you might go in.
No, that's where you
on
have to have a
something you'll
certain level of
regret it.
maturity and check yourself.
That's my point.
But
You
like
gotta know
you
where you're
having
at.
a
Know your
mindset
audience.
The whole
at a
time.
certain age, let's say you starting your channel off and you having a mindset at like 17, 18 versus you having a mindset at 26, 27.
It's gonna
that's
change.
different. Everybody knows that's gonna change. You holding a person accountable for what they said, yes, but you holding them to that.
Let me tell you my rebuttal. It's very simple. Is that we got 4,000 plus videos on Urban Grind TV's YouTube channel. They can check it out. But guess what? They're only gonna judge you off what they see. They might click and go to something that was like not our best work, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I checked you out." Just like they might go to one of your modeling gigs or some pictures that's not your favorite picture, that you didn't even pick the photo. Maybe
But that's my job as
Right,
a model
but
to
I'm
go
just
ahead
saying-
and archive that.
right. But my point is the photographer may not, right? Because he owns the photo.
yeah.
So
It's
he
on
might
his
put the
page.
picture out. So I'm just saying is they might judge you on something that you don't feel is your best work. That's my point. Is always to be, if you're gonna do live, at least make sure that you are presenting your best self and don't say anything at least that may get you in trouble or controversial. Because at the end of the day, we're in the service business, right?
Yeah.
So it means they hire us for different professions: makeup, modeling, music, mastering, management. And you know what? They may think that we're a good prospect to work with them, but what if they disagree with my personal
But
opinion?
I'm in the industry of allowing everybody to have their own opinions about everything and to say their
I'm
own
with it
opinions
too,
out
but
loud. You can have
you'll
a
be
safe
held
space,
accountable
a safe
for
space
it.
with me to say whatever you want to say
course.
about whatever topic you want to say about. However,
But guess what?
if you're talking about my dogs or my mom, you might get stuck. Don't do
Well,
that.
I'm just saying, listen, you have the right to do that, but just know that you're going to be held accountable for it. And people are going to have a tendency to focus on the negative. So all I'm saying is don't give them any fuel. Don't give them any leeway.
Yeah,
Don't give them any leeway to do
dogs are
that.
my babies.
So I feel you
yeah.
though.
You gotta
But yeah,
remember.
I feel what you're saying.
So I'm just saying, it's because, you know, I've said stuff like out loud that I really didn't mean, but you're like in the heat of the moment. Did I do it right? Because I'm a human being, but like, would I want that recorded and want to live with that? Because they can rip it, they can keep it, and people will use it.
Snip it,
They'll weaponize
clip
it
it.
against you, right? And then when they cut out a small part, let's say 10 seconds, but they don't, you can't get the context if it's a 10-minute conversation.
Right.
So I'm always, I can't think of the word, like conscious of, hey, we're on camera, come TV ready, come professional, let's go, let's take care of business, because you got to be at least conscious and know that, hey, I'm doing a feed, Jay's got a feed, there might be 2 other cameras
Exactly.
and people taking it, and you might not always get your best angles, so just always be TV ready. And that goes into branding, because a strong brand and a visual identity, right, are essential. And this is how you stand out. And like you talked about, consistency is key.
It is.
And you put it across all platforms, and you make sure things are cohesive. And I think one thing about cohesive is that means if you have social media, your Instagram shouldn't be JohnJohn99, and then your Facebook is flyboy__96.
I gotta have one cohesive.
Right.
It's
So
okay,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, like, tie everything together, make it easy, because people have a short attention span.
Yeah.
And you want to make it easy to remember. You know, if
Catchy.
you got a
Across the
website,
board.
you want to maybe have the domain the same as the website, so it's just easy. So ours is UrbanGrindTV.com. It's at UrbanGrindTV on all social media, right? So, and before you even roll an idea out, a good idea is to buy your domain. Buy it, because somebody may take your idea. Somebody may be working on a similar idea. Somebody may just not like you and buy your stuff.
Right.
And
You know what I
find
mean?
yourself a
Man,
team
facts.
that'll actually back you up and support you guys in every aspect of trying to help you and figure out how to do that if you don't know how. Because as a model, as a makeup artist, I could say, like, I really didn't understand a lot about the domain. I didn't even understand that I didn't own my name. Y'all understand y'all
Yes.
don't own your names?
No.
Y'all don't own your names. I don't know if I've said this before in a Behind the Grind episode or in any
Talk to
Urban
'em.
Grind episode. Y'all do not own your names.
When you say
Okay?
name, you mean what?
I mean, like, my name All right.
Your domain name, like for a website.
No, my government name. I will not say my last name. Y'all could go search me up and find me if y'all want to that bad. But it's Athena, and then my last name is an imported liquor, and then, some extra stuff that nobody is ever able to pronounce in their life. But
still ain't figured it out.
Okay, and even my team can't. Anyways, right? I thought, you being born into your life,
you just get
and
a
you
web
have
domain,
your
like-
certificate, and you keeping your certificate and not losing your certificate is you having your name and you
No.
owning your name. No,
You're
you
talking-
still
but
gotta
this the
purchase
World Wide
it.
Web. Why
you
would-
still have to purchase
So
your name.
who would be in charge of saying, okay, you had a
So
kid,
someone could
here's
purchase.
your
Let's say you're
domain.
Natalie Rivera.
Yes, you can buy it.
Some random stuff. You could buy the name Natalie Rivera. Anything under the name Natalie Rivera now goes to you. It don't even matter if Natalie Rivera's done built up a 950 credit score. I don't even know if they go that high. Anyways, man, I don't even care. It's like, imagine the Natalie Rivera
you're talking about
bought a
website.
house and 5 things
No,
and got
you're
a
just-
website or whatever the case. It's just like having the domain name is important. And you do not own rights to your name just by being born or having the birth certificate.
No,
You have
why
to
would they
buy
do
it,
that? It
Just
doesn't
like
even
you
make
have to
sense.
buy everything else in America.
I don't even make sense. So what about fan engagement? How do you really feel about engage? How do you engage with people, Dina, like on the net? Like,
Well, I allow them to talk to me through Instagram and TikTok. I base my fans basically on Instagram and TikTok. I started on Facebook. A lot of people engage on me on Facebook. I don't know. It's the different people.
so what kind of engagement mainly? Like, what are they ask? Do they ask like for makeup tips? Do they ask like where you get clothes from? What kind of communication?
So, like,
is it?
as a makeup artist or a model, they'll be like, oh, what do you do to get in your field? Or what would you do to start off? Or what would be your advice to a beginner? Or if I want to go ahead and I feel like I want to start in this, where would be the first steps to take? Stuff like that. A lot of them be like, oh, what's your favorite makeup product? Or what's good for this type of skin? Or what's good for that type of skin? Stuff like that, too.
Do you use that feedback to create additional content? Do you
Absolutely.
You keep that in mind, like, hey, I get a lot of these questions. This is something that people want.
Absolutely. Whenever I get questions, or I even tell my audience, like, even in posts that I do, like, I have a prom makeup deal up or a graduation makeup deal up right now actively that says, like, if you give me a design, let's see what we can come up with. You give me multiple designs, let's see what we can mesh together to try to go ahead and make cohesively so that we can go ahead and make your dreams possible, your design possible for you, within your budget.
Now, just think about that. What if you sat here and said, I don't love French fries, and they were going to book you for a gig, and they're like, I love French fries. I disagree with her.
You know
so
what?
That's
You're
why you
paid to love French fries that day. At the end of the day, people, if you're paid to love some damn French fries, you're going to eat some French fries.
Nah, they ain't gonna fly.
Swallow it with some milkshake or some water afterwards.
No, it's just, I'm just
Oreo
saying,
McFlurry
like,
washes
that's
down
where
the taste.
that's where you kind of got to be, because people pay
Well,
you
as
for
a
a
model,
service
see, I've been-
and not your opinion. They pay you to take photos. And
As a model,
not
I've
your
learned
opinion,
to
right?
adapt to my situation.
Why are you looking at me like that? I said they pay you to take pictures, not your opinion. So maybe they don't want to hear, because then you gotta understand. So if I'm a photographer, I hire you. I might be cool. I'd be like, I don't care what she thinks about French fries. I'm just an example. But guess what? You do, and you're hiring me
Love
to
French
do that.
fries.
Right.
Can't be mad
So
at
you got to
French
think
fries.
about like how just guilty by association works. So that's
Yeah.
I'm just going back to the live and being careful and how you speak and what you talk about and stuff like that. And if you're going to be passionate about a topic, then just make sure you stand out. Why is data important? Like when you're doing all this, these are music marketing drivers. Why is data so important, Sinister?
Data is like your secret, not a secret ingredient, but like your secret weapon. You know,
Talk to me.
you get it's the information. It's basically like the information you need to like create your strategy and put your best move forward. You know, you collecting all this information. Okay, what's the best day to drop? How many people listen to this type of music? So you know what I'm saying. You doing your keyword searches and everything. You need all that information. That's data you use to give yourself the best chance at success when it comes to music or any other artistic creation or any other thing.
Plus, if you got numbers, if you got data, which is essentially numbers, they say people lie, numbers don't, right?
It don't.
So if I come and I say, guess what? I got 300,000 people that are on my live, and that follow me, I can go to a brand or a business. Now I can command a certain amount of money and sponsorships and deals because I have the data.
Exactly. I tell my artists all the time, man, you charge it so that increases your value no matter what anybody tells you.
Right, been on the music charts.
Been on the music charts. We got 2 videos on
BET.
MTV and BET. Just doing things. We doing numbers on the streaming,
And he's toured. He's
You know what I'm
been
saying?
toured.
On the tour, still on the tour. So we picking it back up.
What's the next date?
June 1st, we're gonna be out on ATL. If you follow me on any social media, you can see what we've been on. We been doing with our brothers for the South. But yeah, that's how you boost your quality.
Numbers, and real numbers matter, because number one, they can tell when you're faking it.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep names out of it, but I had a client that did distro. You do great distro, UGTV distro, and I don't care who you use for distribution. If you buy fake streams, they're not gonna pay you for them. They don't monetize fake streams. They know it. If it was just as easy as going and buying some fake numbers and thinking you're gonna get paid and make money, everybody would do it. Okay, so like, you gotta be valid in the stuff. You gotta make sure you have the proper promotion. Not only that, they flag your project.
Yeah,
they'll take it down. They'll delete it. Like, and it doesn't even give you the credibility, because I got one guy that I worked with a long time ago. The guy got like 150,000 followers, like $150, $180. His regular post will be like 4 likes, and he's one of them. So I'm just saying, if I got 150 numbers, the number is like, the math ain't math. So it's just very, and people notice that. So it's just better to go.
You don't gotta be a Hispanic to understand that the math ain't math in life.
That's right.
Everybody thinks it's just a Hispanic women that can put that together. No, bro.
Watch out.
Okay.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
Okay.
So, anything else that you wanna, any other input on music marketing drivers? Any questions?
Pay attention to what we are talking about. I'm just saying, because a lot of people think it's easy. You have to really be driven to do this type of work, passionate. I know people that have been doing music forever, and they just giving up. But if you believe in your quality, your brand, that's why you use these marketing drivers to give yourself the best chance at success.
You gotta have a roadmap. You gotta have a goal. You can get in a car and drive all day. I think a lot of people mistake motion with progress. So just because you're putting out music and you continue to drop music, there's no registration, there's no distribution, there's no real promotion, there's nothing solid. Just continue to drop stuff for the sake of dropping it. That's like getting you can drive all day, but you're gonna run out of gas. You never get to a destination.
Yeah.
You have to set a destination, say, hey, this is my goal and this is what I want to do. And you can achieve it. But a lot of people are just, I think they're kind of caught up in just the hype of doing it. If you want to do it, have fun. But if you're investing your money, your time, your efforts to be a recording artist or an entertainer, then just follow some of the key points. People need to know how to group you. This is digital. So if your music hits the net, and if you don't classify it as hip-hop, Southern hip-hop, West Coast hip-hop, East Coast hip-hop, the right curators don't even look at it. You don't give it a good description of the sound, the songs, maybe some features. Then a curator, those are the people that put the music on playlists, is a lot of people doing Spotify or Apple, whatever, different playlists. They'll never know, because they'll be like, oh, you don't even pop up on the radar.
Right.
And the thing is, people are excited about new music. When they talk about curation, they want to catch you when the music releases. So it's hard to say, oh, my music been out a month and now I'm trying to like get it on playlists, because it's not even a new release. So you have to have a pre-rollout, a pre-release, a rollout, and then a post-release. And music marketing drivers are just those things. These are the things that people use.
Especially for the pre-release.
Yes. All the work's done then. All the work. And you see how much work it is.
It is.
To roll it out.
You gotta
Talk
use
to 'em.
marketing drivers, man. Especially when I'm putting music out, them snippets be everything. Them people getting them a little teaser what's coming, and then boom, it drop. Man, I did for a viral, when I dropped it on my YouTube page, I did some decent numbers just by following those things.
Follow through. So this is a wrap for today's episode of Behind the Grind Radio. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys join us next time as we explore the hustle and creativity behind the music industry. Until then, keep grinding, innovating, and making waves in the music music industry. My name's Wally, aka Mr. Music is my business. You can follow me at UrbanGrindTV on all social media. Make sure you hit up the website, UrbanGrindTV.com.
And you already know what it is. For all your makeup needs, visit mua.pr.creative on Instagram or PuertoRican.creative for all your model needs. You already know what it is. You create, I design.
She does security too if you need some.
Okay. let's get that
She
down.
got big guns. Yeah, it's your boy Sinister the Entertainer, though, Mr. Sinister Music Group, man. You can catch me at SinisterMusicGroup.com, Sinister Music Group on Facebook, Sinister Music on everything else. Man, get at me.
And check out what's the newest record from Zello right now? Video record.
The newest video is viral.
Go check it
No,
out.
I'm sorry. It's No Face. He put so many videos out.
No Faces.
No Faces, man.
Top Boy Zello, No Faces. Check it out, man. It's your boy Wally, aka Mr. Music is my business. See you next time. Let's go.